it would partly make sense for them to retcon it, just with like how disastrous everything went with the sequel trilogy. But I don't have enough faith that what they're going to replace it with is going to be anything better than what we already got.
This is the wrong movie to do it, right? Because it doesn't come out with like a big idea of this is the big new journey. They probably should have picked a main character who actually has like charisma and a pulse, right? Because the Mandalorian doesn't. He purely coasts on people like Pedro Pascal, and people think the Mandalorian armor looks cool. And that's the only thing Din Djarin has going for him. Who exactly is really invested in where the Mandalorian is going and how his story will turn out? Because I'm not.
I don't even think I'm even invested with like how Grogu's story plays out, because doesn't he age like incredibly slowly? So it's just like, how long are we going to do this whole Baby Yoda gimmick with him?
Forever. And they can't change him, right? Because teenage Yoda is not gonna move toys.
We've said this so many times in Star Wars, just give us something new. Just go to the future, go to a different time period.
I don't even think you have to go like 1,000 years into the future or anything like that. You don't have to burn all bridges. Like I've said for a while now, that the sequel trilogy is a pile of nothing. So you can just move forward 20 years and just say, well, there was like this First Order thing that kind of tried to bring the Empire back, and then there were heroes that defeated them. But now we are like the next generation, and the Republic is established, and here's the status quo, and here's the new threat, the new challenge to the Republic. Go. Like, and then come up with a few characters that kind of embody that conflict and that have interesting things going on. That would be how you fix Star Wars. It's not that hard, I don't think. It's honestly baffling that this is so difficult. And I think this is entirely driven by commercial concerns. They are terrified of actually moving on to something new, because if you don't have Jedi and rebels and TIE fighters and stormtroopers and Hutts and all of that stuff in your Star Wars movie, people will not show up. They will not show up to something that is just different. And it's not hard to come up with something, but it's such a massive gamble that you cannot risk your career on being the person who made Star Wars, like who killed Star Wars, because you made the decision that killed people's motivation for showing up. The problem is they're doing exactly that by spinning their wheels for 10 years. After 10 years, who exactly has the patience to wait for them to get their act together and actually find a story to tell? I'm probably more invested than most people, but I did not expect anything from this movie, and that's exactly what I got. And that's why this is not a rant. This is more an observation about, look how empty Star Wars is now. People have been saying this since The Last Jedi, that you cannot tell new stories, like Star Wars is a one-story universe and whatever. And I never thought that was true. The problem has always been that the people in charge refuse to tell those stories because for strategic reasons, it is too risky to do so. And I think that is the real problem with Star Wars.